Eden represents an artistic utopia assuming that extinction, despite its supposedly definitive and irreversible characteristics, can be revoked thanks to the advancement of contemporary human civilization. Eden starts in 2013 after the restoration of the elm of Biscarrosse, a tree located in the center of the French town of Biscarrosse that died a victim of the Dutch elm disease, a pathology responsible for the disappearance of most elm trees in the French landscape. When we started the preliminary works for the realization of this commission, we contacted the elm specialists of the INRA, the Institut National de la Recherche Agronomique, and, by exchanging a dialogue with them, we developed a project that articulated scientific research and artistic creation. Working closely with the team of researchers, we were able to mix the genes of the elm of Biscarrosse with genes of the Siberian elm to create a new variety of elm resistant to the Dutch elm disease. We then planted them in the same place the old tree was, articulating it with an aluminum sculpture, creating a monument using biotechnology as a means for artistic creation. Ever since the restoration of this particular elm, we have been working together with the INRA to restore the elm forests, which are now close to disappearing from Southern Europe. Our project became well known, and our interdisciplinary team received invitations from different parts of the world to work on different species of trees. Thanks to these numerous commissions, with the team of researchers, we developed a series of sensors and captors that allow us to perceive and to understand the communications the trees exchange with their environment in the form of molecular emissions, electric or sound signals. Then we worked with Orange Telecom and with the Institute of Applied Ecology to create an adapted network to vehicle what the trees communicate. Thanks to this technology, we were able to work on different species around the world, such as the Apharsamon, an ancestral tree extinct for more than 2,000 years, which we were able to bring back to life in the Negev desert in Israel. The Bodhi Julian, a very important tree within the Buddhist symbolism in the glory palace of the Forbidden City of Beijing. The indigenous species of Kauri, Rimu, and Totara in New Zealand that hold a very important place in the early history and culture of the Maori. As a result of these scientific explorations, we were able to take the data gathered from the trees and translate it into different types of art forms. Dynamic linguistic transcriptions of the communications from the trees were created with local trees for the Guangdong Museum of Art in Guangzhou, for the Cartier Foundation in Paris, for the Perth Institute of Contemporary Arts in Australia, for the Negev Art Museum, and for the Pompidou Center in Paris. Sound installations based on the amplification of the sound generated from the circulation of sap were created in collaboration with the Institute of Applied Ecology and with BioArt Society for the Roe Contemporary Art Biennale. In New Zealand, we collaborated with the Maori community, the Auckland University of Technology, and with the Auckland Philharmonic to build a musical performance created from the analysis of the communications coming from a kauri tree. The most complex and impressive art experience we have developed until this point is the in situ installation we presented in Japan for the Echigo Tsumari Art Triennale, transmitting the communications from the Chateaubriand cedar in Paris, as well as the Japanese cedar and Woolly pine, in real time in the form of light signals that create a 3D light installation. Eden takes the experience and the information from the scientific research and transforms it into an artistic proposal, allowing humans to fully comprehend the experience of the tree. The artistic exposition constitutes the ultimate expression of scientific exploration by the translation of data into an experience which humans can immerse themselves into and understand what the trees communicate with their environment.